Okay, YouTube, this is a 2014 Wildcat Wildcat 700 Trail XT. I'm making this video to try and help somebody avoid the nightmare I've gone through the last 2 days. I'll tell you what we're doing here. We're fixing some wires due to a code. I came out yesterday, turned the key on, and went to start it, and it was like completely dead. So I thought it was dead battery first, charge that up, and then I thought it was a starter solenoid. Still nothing. You turn the key, everything worked. The lights, tail lights, everything worked. Dashboard lights. It's just when you turn the key, nothing. And then it finally dawned on me when I turned the key on, the fuel pump's not kicking on. So I did a lot of research, and everything kept coming back to the ECM, which is right here. Everything was coming back to the ECM. But then I started doing more research, and very rarely do these fail. If they do, it's $700 just for that little box. What I did kept finding was Wildcat or Wildcats had a very tough time with some wiring in the wiring harness under the floorboards. And here's the little culprit. They had this little wire coming into a brass or copper lead, and then these 4 lines were soldered onto this. Well, what happens is water gets in there and corrodes, and when I took this all apart, mine looked fine until I inspected it closer, and then there was green coloring on one of the wires down here at the bottom, which tells me that green, when copper starts corroding, it turns green. So what I did was I cut all 4 of these wires off. I cut this one off, took that little stupid thing out, and then I used connectors with heat shrink wrap. And I haven't done it yet, but I crimped all these, tied them all together, and I'll heat shrink them, and then I'm gonna put electrical tape around the connections, and then I'm gonna tape everything up good. You gotta take the floor pan out and be prepared. It's a pain in the butt because, as you can imagine, all the bolts are rusted. But it does give you an opportunity to clean out all the mud, which I cleaned out about 3 gallons of mud under the floor pans. So I'm gonna do all this, put everything back together. I've already tested it. I turned the key, fuel pump kicked on, started right up. The code was U0155. That was coming up on the dash up here. You can also do a diagnostic test by pushing in these 2 buttons and holding them, and that code kept coming up. So I knew it was either in the wiring or the ECM was bad, but like I said, the ECM usually doesn't go bad. And if you do have a problem in the wiring, it's almost better to put a whole new wiring harness in if you can't figure it out, because it is just an absolute pain. So I hope that helps somebody.